lane domination these days. If you can get it, it's nice, but it's more about just farming ridiculously quickly, and I don't know how much Seb's going to be able to keep up with Quaker when it comes to farming.
Yeah, it's gonna start off by like her farming this and maybe the small camp here, and eventually once the mid tower is dead, she's gonna be farming this and this.
Oh no, we're gonna lose mid one as our first blood. Tiger and Boxy.
He is not gonna be two-faced about this. Insania can constantly just shove the lane out with the Crystal Nova, then they can just make pulls.
Top lane, a bit of a brawl breaking out. Boxy's coming forward, but he's also taking a lot of damage. Mid one has a multi-shot available. If he wants to throw it down, certainly will do. Just about catches Boxy and gets that kill. Nicely done. Meanwhile, lane movements onto mid one. They're looking for the drow here. Boxy will come in with a bash. Slithering Crush available next as well. No-Tail trying to heal him up. Actually going to pop a salve on himself to try and keep mid one nice and healthy. They do have so much damage on the side of Tiger and Boxy, though. Mid one just tries to run herself away. The drow looking like she might just survive, turning it around with the overcharge under the tower. Boxy getting low. Tiger as well. No-Tail will be able to take down the one of them. Boxy drops super low as well, but they get what they came for.
Level Mars plus Io, if they start to pair up together, it's going to be a lot of chaos on this map for OG. That's what I would like to see.
Certainly is. As they go in again, they are not done. They're looking for mid one. They want to hunt this drown. They've got so much damage. This time, No-Tail has no salve available, so they're going to be able to get through mid one easily. That is a free kill, though. Seb coming in from behind. Unfortunately, will miss the spear, and now the cursed ground going to keep him locked down. Seb's going to roll in. Brood is not something you want for the side of OG, but they're going to make a movement down here into the bottom lane as they look towards Insania, draining her mana and just right-clicking her down. And this is going to be an easy-peasy kill for Thompson, though. Saying that, the Fairy Fire keeping her alive, along with the stick, a little bit longer, but Thompson's got the movement speed to stay on top of her and bring her down. A nice little kills, I think they were called back in the day. Joined Dota, the very first time we really saw Thompson impressing people, and he went to this Tornado Meteor Hammer build before anybody else, and people were like, this guy's pretty good.
It was very interesting.
Scandinavian stacks as now Mika is getting hammered in by Saxer and Thompson here. They've got a lot of damage, but he's got a time walk, and now, well, they're actually relocating into this one. They really want to bring him down, and they will be able to do so. The Shadow Poisons rip through his defenses, and Sanya trying to turn around a big Crystal Nova. It's going to get her out. It is not, but there is something else happening. It's here in the middle lane. Tiger makes the rotation into...
Nice play from them, trying to make something happen with these catapults. They are going to pressure up the mid tower anyway. I'm sorry, bottom tower. Mid one, it's a little bit of danger, I think. They're going to try to hunt him.
This sucks there, but we'll focus on the Chrono Spear down in the bottom lane as they're going to blow up Thompson, and now they look towards mid one as well. Both the cores in a whole world of hurt. They're both going to die. There is no chance of survival here. Meanwhile, well, they might have just found Quaker. Seb drops down the arena. No-Tail and Sax are trying to get the damage up onto Quaker, and with that Demonic Purge, they will be able to bring him down. In fact, No-Tail gets...
In 2, they lose their position 1, and at least they're going to still be able to take the tower, though. That's what matters here for OG. Yeah. It's going to give space for mid one to play top 2 because all of Liquid was in this bottom area of the map.
Tiger does manage to get off the Shadow Realm down here in the bot, but unfortunately with the disruption into the spear, I don't think there's much chance of this Dark Willow surviving, and they will be able to bring her down. Tiger dies again. OG on Liquid really right now, so they just want to try and farm them, be efficient, and get as much as possible as Thompson has this Meteor Hammer finished up, so he's going to be pulling off a lot of shenanigans. Meanwhile, Sax is going to get dropped by Boxy and Tiger. The little strike squad finds their target and brings down a nice cheeky little support.
Yeah, and this is going to allow them to just completely take over this. Constantly having that mid lane pushed out is going to give so much information to the rest of your team. Mr. Slaughter.
Well, Tornado into the MP, and from the low ground, the Drow comes in. There's the artillery, there's the damage. Boxy gets dropped, and now, well, Seb's going to drop down the arena, and the TP out is attempted. Is there any cancel? There is not.
Okay.
Thompson tries to go in with the...
Again, before they make another play. Wow, Seb has a Desolator. When was the last time you've seen an offlaner buy a Desolator 16 minutes in?
Yeah, I know, this is something special as he's able to take down the spiders. Could be in some trouble here, though, as Liquid start to surround the Mars. He can't face every direction with this Bullwalker. Chrono's going to come down. That is a beautiful Chrono Spear catching out the relocate as it comes back in, but they've got the Cold Snap out onto Mickey. Deafening Blast going to come through as well, but mid one, can he really get out of this one? Gust will throw them all back, but unfortunately, they are just going to come in and take this oral drought apart. See?
And a Roche. Might just give it to Quaker, I think. Yeah. They're gonna give it to Quaker.
They certainly do. And elsewhere, Sax is being killed off as well. Whew, Liquid, they have sharpened their blades, and they are coming with OG They're just super rich from each other because they didn't really just play against each other that hard in the middle lane. Might be setting up here. They might be looking for Koikver. It's a pretty hard jump here. They're going to try and go in with the arena, chaining him up pretty damn beautifully. They will bring down the Brood for the first time, but she has that Aegis and a BKB for round number 2, and Seb might have taken a step too far forward here as now Tiger gets on top of him with that Bethlehem coming on down. They'll tear him apart, and Thompson in a similar amount of trouble. He's getting jumped up by Koikver and Boxy, and they're going to get him down. It's another hero falling as No Tail will die. Midone finds a very fortunate haste rune to get himself away. But we're still looking to...
Right? They're always happy to farm until their hand is forced. Meanwhile, Boxy and Tiger are just going to be running around like maniacs on this map, trying to get whatever possible space they can.
Jump onto No Tail, but Seb's going to respond with the arena and just try and drop the slaughter as the Chrono comes down and doesn't really catch onto... Oh, it just about catches No Tail inside of it, actually, so they're going to be able to kill off the IO. And I look across, Mid one's going to throw down the silence, but he needs to leave. He's got heroes all over him right now. They will deal with Seb, they'll deal with No Tail, they'll deal with Saxa, but at least the...
that was an extremely smart play from Liquid.
Thompson trying to make the plays onto Insania here, but unfortunately with Tiger arriving, he's now in a spot of bother. The Deafening Blast comes out on to the Dark Willow, but it looks like Thompson will be going down. They've got the damage to bring him down. He shall fall, although Mid wants looking for a bit of revenge. He finds one. They're going to look towards Tiger as well. Tiger does not have a TP to get out of this one. He's going to drop down with the Shadow Realm, but unfortunately when he comes out the other side, oh, Boxy coming in, trying to save the day. They drop down onto Mid one, but they're just going to throw down the Demonic Purge onto Boxy. Liquid getting a bit carried away. Save your buddy syndrome, costing them dearly as they lose a second hero, maybe even 3 as they look in towards Tiger. Can they get the slowing arrow off? You bet they can. So damn fast, but now with that Koikver TP, they will get themselves...
Want to constantly hunt him.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, actually. It makes a lot of sense. Make himself as awkward as possible, but he could be in some real trouble here as they jump from the backlines, looking in towards the IO as Boxy starts to tap him down. Not doing a hell of a lot of damage. No Tail is very tanky, and he's still got the mech available as well, so we'll turn our attention towards Mid one, who needs to be healed up, and that's not going to happen. Boxy's going to be able to finish off No Tail, and they will get the both of them as both Mid one and the IO fall. Now look across towards Saxa. There's a diffuser. Oh my goodness, he gets shredded. Good night, Saxa. That is a pretty brutal. Really brutal, and it's a chaining together of kills as well. You know, they're so fast, they can just move across. Though they're looking for Tiger down here in the bottom lanes. They TP in, and they will have more than enough damage to shred the Dark Willow, and that's actually a big kill streak going towards Mid one. So nice.
Oh, Mid one, you better be careful. Oh, they're actually killing Mickey.
Getting low. Do they finish him off? There's the question. Doesn't seem like they can. He actually tries to sidewalk away from the silence with the Manta, and now they turn around. Well, Mid one getting dropped by Koikver as he jumps in the back, though. The Manta comes out from the drought, trying to get herself away, but she doesn't have any help. No one's coming to save Mid one, and now they drop the Chrono Sword down onto Seb just to finish the job onto him. Mid one and Seb both poorly. They will get the kill onto Boxy as Saxa tries to go for the TP away. Bash comes in. Saxa dies as well. 3 hero death on the side of OG. I'm getting tired of
the Mars. That's the big one. Invoker has 200 gold to Lotus, but not as important as BKB. They just want Seb to just go in.
Big wraparound.
Eat that damage.
He does see Boxy here. Is he going to drop down the arena? Doesn't seem like it just yet. There. Now the arena comes down, catching both Boxy and Tiger inside of it. BKB pops to stop that Terrorize from doing anything to him. They're going to be able to take down Boxy. Boxy buys back though. Liquid want to fight this, but Tiger's going to lose his life to the Force Rebuke. Meanwhile, on the backlines, they have Koikver kind of locked down. She's got the BKB to pop to try and keep himself alive, and they'll move across and look towards Seb. Mars now get beleaguered by the Liquid Heroes. Tornado not going to do anything to Koikver with that BKB. They will tear through Seb. Now Thompson needs to leave. Koikver doesn't have the sight, so he's going to be able to get himself done. With Roshan respawning, OG needs to bring some numbers to this, and I just don't think they have the manpower to try and fight up on this Roshan. In fact, they've come up to the high ground. Oh no, Insania was hunting, setting up for the kill onto Saxa. Now they are definitely not going to be able to do anything about this Roche pit.
Was just wide open for Liquid.
Yep, he is that key ingredient, and he's actually having some trouble here as Mickey and Boxy getting on top of him. Boxy's going to jump across, get the Slithering Crush in, does drop that arena. The Tornado's coming out onto the Brood, but unfortunately, immediately hammer. Beautiful Chrono from Mickey, catches out the entirety of OG. They get absolutely torn apart. A buyback comes in from No Tail, but Mid one looking like he's already going to lose his life here. Mickey gets on top of him, takes him down, moving across the Sony, going to sing the song of their people. That freezing field is going to tear through OG, and they will lose absolutely everybody. Complete demolition.
Aggressive moves without the Mars leading the way. He's pretty much their only frontline in this game. Oh, Thompson found a Mickey.
Oh, Oh, he gets the time walk down to the low ground, even with that demonic purge on top of him. It's not going to be enough to finish the job, I don't think, here onto Mickey. He's absolutely fine. Meanwhile, in comes the arena onto Koi, but they managed to catch him out on the side. He's got that Aegis though, so he's going to be coming back from round number 2. Liquid, do they want to come in and try and defend his second life? They most certainly do, and OG are going to respect that and back themselves away. Or maybe find themselves Tiger, but Insania, he's got himself a BKB. What's up, kids? Crystal Maiden has arrived, and the pair keeps him alive a little bit longer. Insania finding the value, will eventually get taken down by Stead here, I'm sure. But pretty alpha play from Insania, as Sax is getting dropped by Koikfer in the backlines. They've got spider problems. They need to do something about it. As Seth's now getting jumped upon by Koikfer. Seth just trying to moonwalk himself away with that bulwark. It's not going to make a difference. Mid-1 getting off a decent amount of damage. He's constantly playing with Boxy on the side. Mid-1 needs to run though. He can't let Mickey get on top of him as Notel comes across. Going to give Mid-1 the blink with the cheeky relocate. They're trying to just give it everything they've got here, but Boxy comes in with a 2-man crush. Mickey's going to follow up as well. They're chasing them up to the high ground. They do not care as Notel's going to get the TP back. The relocate and working in both ways, but now the Chrono's big has dropped from Mickey. That allows them to get on top of Mid-1. Another 5-man wipe from Team Liquid. I think they might have won this game, and OG thinks so too as they drop down the GGs. Liquid will take game number 1 in this best of 3 series, and that is pretty damn tasty from them.